It's still Mermaid, so we are talking another Little Mermaid inspired project. And I just want to show a text between Arzu and I about said project. She was big mad.
I'm never going to get that 45 minutes back.
But you know what? It was history. History. So I want to take you back to the 80s, the dark ages of Disney animation. And you know what? We have the Black Cauldron, which made $21 million, which was nothing. Oliver and Company did not so bad at 120. But then comes the shining light, a Little Mermaid coming out of the ocean in 1989. And this movie made over $200 million at the box office. And you know what? Disney was like, cha-ching. It's weird because I feel like for us, we don't remember a time when Disney wasn't popping out some hits and instant classics.
We do. It was later.
Oh yeah, because
like
when we were kids,
and stuff.
We had Aladdin and Lion King.
Yeah, we were growing up in the Renaissance.
Yes, we were Renaissance children. I didn't really pay attention to Bolt and Home on the Range because I feel like I was like, I'm too old for that. I want to watch PG-13 movies.
The kids back then didn't pay much attention either.
Yeah, apparently.
I will say though, from that era, if you have not seen Meet the Robinsons, you should. It's very cute.
Yes, it's the best. That's my favorite from that weird time. And yeah, Meet the Robinsons. We are pro.
We love Meet the Robinsons in this house.
Yes. Okay. Disney has a winner. And do you know what Disney likes to do when they get a winner? Make money with it.
Just run it into the ground.
Run into the ground. You know what? I had the comforters of Little Mermaid. I had the wallpapers. I had the posters. I need to go to my parents' house and go through the photo albums and find pictures of this craziness. But anyway, so as I was saying, $200 million at the box office. When it came out on home video in May 1990, it was one of the highest selling home videos of that time. Sold 7 million units in the first month alone. So I know you were thinking, oh yeah, they did the animated TV series. No, before this, we have Little Mermaid's Island. Music is everywhere. Music is in the air. Come ashore, far from the quiet ocean floor. So this is a team up between Disney and Jim Henson. And you would think that's like a winning combination, right, Arzu?
You would think, because it's worked before and it will work again.
It would make sense. Take this really popular IP and make it into a series. And they've done it before with things like Dumbo Circus, and there's a Winnie the Pooh thing, both which are haunted, I would like to say. And we will watch them at some point because I love torturing Arzu. Yes.
Oh my God.
Arzu, had you ever heard of this before?
No, not until you texted me about it. But this was never released, right?
No, but I feel like we should have known as Little Mermaid fans and our
How
hearts.
are we going to know if it's not released?
I don't know. I internet all the time. So are you.
What was the Cursed Beauty and the Beast show? Sing Me a Story with Belle?
Yes, that was on for a year and a half.
That ran on TV. There were commercials for that. So even if we hadn't seen it, like we knew of it. But this is so unfinished that if you watch the 2 episodes on YouTube like we did, the title sequence at the bottom says title sequence in progress. They hadn't finished the title sequence. Like that's how incomplete this show is.
Okay, one of the reasons it's incomplete is because sadly Jim Henson died 2 months into the production of this, I believe. Jim Henson was really excited to work with Walt Disney. They worked together before, and you know what? They had a grand time. And so the Henson workshop created the puppets, and a few people from the Henson Company went out to the shoot to work on them and like show Disney how it works. Jim did not work on it himself, and he was very disappointed by the pilot.
The puppet work is good.
The puppets are decent, but let's try
the puppets look fine.
Yeah, except you remember how everyone was talking about how creepy the flounder puppet was in The Little Mermaid Live? This guy swam, so that guy could also swim.
This guy swam slowly, so the other guy could swim faster.
Thank you. I was like, there's a joke somewhere.
But the thing is, the flounder, like all the puppets, so like Flounder, Scuttle, Sebastian, the 2 eels, like they all look like the cartoon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They look great, I think. They're like, the rest of the show is a little cursed. And Flounder's eyes are a little cursed. Like they're dead and unseeing. But aesthetically, they look fine. It's everything else.
So this was definitely targeted at a preschool generation, right?
Those poor kids. I'm sitting here going, those poor kids, as if I wasn't going to watch this if it was on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah. So this was made in 1990. If this came out in 1990, I would have been all up in this. I had every sing along, I had every direct to home, like everything Little Mermaid related. I would have been like, we got to watch this. But how do we describe?
The loose premise is it's just like, it's honestly like the cartoon. It's low stakes adventures with Ariel and Flounder and Sebastian and Scuttle that have a moral. So don't lie.
Okay.
Is one.
A few things. Grimsby is in this. You remember Eric's like valet?
Which I thought was very funny that Grimsby is here, but Eric isn't. And he and Ariel are like buddies.
Yeah, they know each other. Grimsby's going to her island and brings her gifts. And he's brought the dog too.
Matt Grimsby's there and he's younger. So I'm like, oh, is Ariel immortal? And she knew Grimsby when he was younger. But then Max is there. So I'm like, oh, that doesn't really hold up.
Immortal dog. The dream. But yeah, so Eric's like, yeah, sure. Take my dog with you on these weird adventures. You're going to some random island.
Yeah, because Eric doesn't factor in at all. Flotsam and Jetsam are there, but Ursula isn't. I assume she was going to come down the line. But this is, again, running into that problem of if Ariel knows who these people are, why does she trust them later?
Flotsam and Jetsam are just like, they're antagonists, yes, but they're just trying to make people do
just causing chaos
a little bit.
Like they go up to Flounder and his sister, whose name I forgot, and
Sandy.
Flounder and his sister Sandy, and they're just like, ooh, make a mess and spill Ariel's pearls on the floor. Why? Because
chaos.
Because.
The pilot episode is Sebastian's birthday, and oh my god, there are so many songs in this, and not a one of them was a bop. Let's see, I have some lyrics. Where to go?
Not a single song was a bop, unfortunately.
No, yeah, he keeps saying it's his B-Day, and he's going to see if his friends will hang out with him because it is his birthday. He wants to hang out with his buddies. So he goes to see Ariel and Sandy and Flounder, and they start singing a song. I'm just so busy, so very busy. What a pity I can't come out to play. You really have to go now. I'm sorry. You know how much I'd love to have you stay, but I'm busy, too busy to play.
We didn't even mention the other thing. There's a dragon.
Called Scales, like musical scales, but also scales on a dragon.
He's like, it's
played by
Barney.
Jim Cummings. Winnie the Pooh. Hondo Ohnaka.
Hondo Ohnaka visited Little Mermaid. Honestly, that tracks.
Yeah, so there's just a random dragon in a cave on Little Mermaid's island. It's like little island.
I actually like the layout of her island. It's got these little lagoons. It's got caves. It's got a bridge. I don't know. It's cozy.
Something that's interesting is that Buddy Hackett is Scuttle's voice. And this is the only other time he reprises his voice because sadly he passed away. Scuttle is even crazier in this.
He's just on drugs.
He's on everything. Yeah, like Sebastian tells him it's my birthday. And he's like, it's a birthday? Birthday.
And then when Grimsby's like, no, it's his birthday. He's like, birthday's not for several months. And I'm like, that's not a thing.
There was one point I did laugh in this whole thing. And that is when Grimsby is explaining to everyone about candles and what they do. And Scuttle's like, don't let him touch my cake when it's my birthday or something like that. Just the puppet was just like this. That was some really good puppetry too.
It's good puppetry. It is. I'm sitting here saying the show is cursed. A lot of it's not bad. It's just like good elements that didn't mix well.
Yeah. Ariel is also played by an actual person, and her name is Marietta de Prima, who, if you were a 90s kid, you would know her from the Hughleys. She plays the Hughleys, D.L. Hughley's show on ABC.
Oh,
okay. It was one of those family sitcoms in the 90s that everyone, like at least in America, watched. I'm sorry, foreigner.
We just didn't have cable.
Yeah, so it was popular. But she played, you know how there's always like the neighbor family, the neighbors.
Like
she was the mom of that. But yeah, she was a Broadway star. It makes a lot of sense. Again,
nice
just
voice.
like Avengers in Wonderland, getting theatrical people to play the show that has a lot of music and also is for kids because young kids need that like to play out to the audience, the theatrics. So yeah, she does a great job. I feel bad. She's like, oh, I got a job with Disney. Didn't go anywhere.
She's a good Ariel.
Yeah, she's great. I would have loved her. Just like I loved Sing Me a Story Belle.
Yeah.
Just like that actress was the best thing about that series. I think she did a very solid job too.
Yeah.
So
again, it's all like good elements. It's just
it just didn't come together. Yeah.
It's like ice cream and steak frites. I like both. I just don't know that I want them on the same plate.
What was the second one?
Like steak and fries.
Did you say steak frites?
Steak frites.
What?
It's French.
Oh, steak frites. Okay.
Steak frites.
Okay. You're too fancy for me.
I'm sorry.
So yeah. Okay. So we do have a new character, and that is Sandy, Flounder's sister. And guess what? She's pink because
she's a girl.
How else would you know? And I just love in the second episode, Ariel and her like talking crap about Flounder. And I'm like, gosh, you guys are so mean to him.
Sandy needs to advocate for herself because Ariel's like, Flounder, you're going to make a mess. Sandy, keep an eye on him. Sandy's like, okay. Then Flounder messes up and we need to lie to Ariel. And Sandy's like, what do you mean we? You made the mess. And he's like, you were supposed to be watching me. It's not her fault.
Women having to clean up men.
Honestly. Brothers, am I right?
She didn't just go away with the series. She was put in the picture books.
Aww.
So look at the attitude of these two, like over here. Ariel's kicking them out because she has to like work on a play or musical thing. And they're just like, she's the worst.
God forbid somebody ask for their privacy.
Yep. No, look at them. They're such an angry little fishies.
Flounder looks like he's shaking.
Yeah, Flounder looks like he's gonna throw hands or throw fans.
Flounder's about to pop Ariel right in the nose. Like, I
know. Like, damn. And I wonder, I'm like, I guess like Sandy had a falling out with Ariel or something. That's why she's not in the movie.
She just you know what it is? She had enough of Ariel and Flounder's nonsense and she just moved on.
She was on vacation with Urchin.
He's with Urchin.
Yeah. Urchin and Sandy are having
Sandy and oh God, what's the other guy's name? Archimedes.
Yes.
All went on vacation.
Sorry. Okay.
We're making it make sense.
Yeah, we're making it all make sense. All the Little Mermaid stuff. So filming took place in Los Angeles in a very old studio in Silver Lake District. The post-production of the show was done over the summer after Henson's passing, and it was delivered to Disney in the fall of 1990, just because they had a contract. I don't think anyone was like, yeah, this is great. Let's go for it. I think maybe the post and editing, people's heart weren't quite in it. Disney passed, and it might have been because they didn't have anyone from Henson being able to work on it. And I feel like to get those puppets to do their magic, you need a
good puppeteer.
So eventually, 1992, we get the animated series, which, like you said, it takes place before. I think it's for a little bit older, not quite as, or maybe a more broad audience, because it's still like...
Yeah, like it would still appeal to the younger crowd. Because I know here, when The Little Mermaid was getting reissued on Blu-ray, we have a kids channel in Canada called Treehouse, and it's preschool programming. It's like the Disney Channel where the only ads they run are for their own programs.
Yeah.
So they were running an ad for the Little Mermaid animated series saying that like this week they were going to be showing episodes. So I think it's appropriate for a preschool crowd, all that to say, but it does skew a little older as well.
Disney would eventually acquire the rights to the Muppets in 2004. Also, 2 years after Disney passed on Little Mermaid Island, we got Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the live action stage show that opened at MGM.
Is that where the puppets went?
I don't know. They look Sebastian looks the same to me. Like Sebastian and Flounder, they look very similar. So I'm like wondering if they...
That would make sense. What else are you going to do with it?
Yeah, like don't put them in storage. Voyage.
Temporarily closed.
Okay. I wanted to talk about that too. It looks like him.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know if... Yeah, Flounder looks very similar. They at least use like...
Maybe they use some of it, like the shell of it?
Yeah.
Wait, not the stage show, the ride.
No, I'm talking about Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the MGM.
That's the name of the ride.
No, that is, what
That's
is the
Voyage of the
ride
Little
called?
Mermaid. Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
Disneyland. It's called Ariel's Undersea Adventure. At Disney World Magic Kingdom, the ride is called Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. While the Hollywood Studios MGM show is called Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
God, it's too much mermaid.
Voyage versus Journey. Sorry.
Too much mermaid.
Did I tell you it was my 5th birthday? Went there to see all the Beauty and the Beast stuff because me.
Because of course.
Yes. And my dad took me to see Voyage of the Little Mermaid. It was just me and him. He's like, we're doing whatever you want. It's your birthday. It was great. I had the power, 5-year-old power. I made him leave because of freaking Ursula.
Did she scare you?
Yeah, she's too big.
She's
too
too big.
Oh yeah, sorry, just remembering the animation studio. Not the Disney Art of Animation Hotel has a
absolutely not.
And yeah, ours, you said no when we were at Disney World. I was like, look at me.
I was like, no,
thank you.
Okay. I have something called megalophobia, where I am afraid of very large things. It's worse if they have a face. Like if it's a giant building, it's fine. If it's a giant face, it's an absolute no. So Art of Animation is a no. All of the all-star resorts are a no.
What about the sports? The sports are just sports equipment.
There's a giant Mighty Ducks helmet that looks like a giant duck face. I'm like, absolutely not. It's better than it used to be because I used to get freaked out on like It's Small World when I was little. Not anymore. Progress.
Okay, but Voyage of the Little Mermaid has not reopened since 2020. I am big worried that it's just not coming back.
Don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. But that's
a lot of space for a live action show that could be something else.
And it's right near Star Wars launching bay, and I'm like,
ooh, are they gonna expand it?
Just like Kylo Ren, 24/7.
Yes, exactly. Wait, what?
I just feel like
he's never done
Little Mermaid show. The Little Mermaid show at Hollywood Studios is a classic. It's like around 20 minutes long. Oh, maybe it's not that long, but it's like 15 minutes long. So you get out of the Florida sun. There's bubbles.
You can go into a building and go on a ride.
Not for like 15 minutes and sitting your butt down and air conditioning.
No, it's like an hour because you're waiting in line. You can't sit though.
Yeah, and also a lot of that stuff is outside the queue.
Oh, that's true.
It was just fun. And yeah, the under the sea thing's a little bit long because they have like, it has like a black light effect with the puppets and just black behind them. Did you not go? Did we not do this?
We didn't do it. We went in 2022. It would have been closed.
Yeah, you're right.
I went when I was little, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't go because you would be also asking for the exit too.
No, I went when I was a kid.
This just went all over the place. There was something really weird. I wrote this one down in the Sebastian birthday episode where Ariel has a teacup that she's going to give to Sebastian, which I'm like, how do you drink tea?
It's just for him to have.
Just it's something pretty. She's having issues wrapping it. And Sandy's, are you sure you know how to do that? And Ariel goes, I'm a mermaid. Mermaids know how to do this kinds of things or something. What is it wrapping? Like, what does it have to do with being a mermaid?
Sushi.
Oh no.
I don't know if that's it, but it could be.
This video was a mess, but honestly, so was the show. It was a little messy.
We're great. The platform is great. You're all great. But it came together as a mess, much in the spirit of Little Mermaid Island.
Yeah, like you said, all the ingredients were there. They just did not mix right. They had talented performers. They had talented puppets. I don't know if the songs were very good.
I think they could have been better if two things, and we'll never know because it's only 2 episodes, but they could have been great if they had been shorter and not like a full 3.5-minute musical number. And the theme had repeated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe if they just, instead of having 4 songs in one episode, maybe just have 2.
That's why the B-Day song is so memorable because they sing it twice.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, kids don't need too much.
Kids don't need 4 full-scale Broadway numbers in a 22-minute series.
Yeah. And the thing that sucks is there's no dancing. Like the kids,
it's just, they're like bobbing in place.
Yeah, because that's something we talked about with Adventures in Wonderland, which actually came out and was out around this time. that we both watched is we like the dancing that we saw too, because we would move too, because that's what kids do. They mimic what they see on TV.
There were only 2 songs, or 1 even,
Yeah.
in the episode, and they were catchy.
Yeah. 1 second. Oh, because they were written by Devo.
Wonderland was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
Wait,
wrote this?
it
was Alan Menken,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I hope it wasn't Alan Menken. Okay, I gotta look. Little Mermaid. Oh, God, my Google search history. Songs doesn't have anything about the song.
It's because nobody wants their name attached.
Yeah, they're like, JK, I didn't do it. Cast and crew. Yep. Nope. Oh, interesting. Grimsby is played by Clive Rebel, and he was the original voice of the Emperor in The Empire Strikes Back.
Aww.
Before Ian re-recorded and took that. He wasn't the face, because the face was like a woman or something, and the eyes were like a monkey.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, but he was the voice.
Aww.
So it was like
a
the
Star
first
Wars
familiar.
connection.
It was like, I already did the Hondo Ohnaka one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So Hondo Ohnaka at Hollywood Studios also. It's all there.
It's all
Scaled
coming
should have been
together.
part of Voyage.
Just bring back Voyage of the Little Mermaid, change nothing, but put Hondo Ohnaka in there.
Yeah. He's trying
There you
to
go.
sell since she sells. I don't know. On that note, if you don't know who Hondo Ohnaka is, I'm sorry. Watch Clone Wars.
Or go to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, just go to Galaxy's Edge. My brain's broken because this thing broke my brain. Because I feel bad. It's like, I think
All
maybe
right.
they had more time. It could have been something that maybe a few episodes in, they would have found their groove. It
I
would
think
have worked
so.
out.
It
But
had good potential. It really did.
yeah, it definitely did. The cast was talented. I would have loved those puppets.
Yeah.
They had
Right.
right back as Sebastian. Same with Buddy Hackett as Scuttle.
It had potential.
Yeah. Eventually, 2004, we get the Muppets. And you know what? The Muppets lately, have you watched the Electric Mayhem show?
Not yet, no.
Disney's figured out what to do with the Muppets. It's very
Yes.
exciting.
Okay.
So
nice.
yeah. On that note, watch those Muppets. Jerry
Also
is
watch
amazing.
this and let us know what you think.
Yes, it's all on YouTube. Thank you, whoever uploaded it to YouTube. We appreciate you. Thank you for finding me something I can make Arzy watch again.
Thank you.
Arzy made me watch all the Little Mermaid series, though, all 30-something episodes.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a leg to stand on.
Okay. On that note, we hope you have a wonderful mermaid. Have you seen the new Little Mermaid movie yet? What do you think? And yeah, stay geeky.
Let us know.